Now, on the very day that Barack Obama was first elected and the day that Eric Holder took one giant leap closer to becoming Attorney General, there were reports that members of the new Black Panther Party were intimidating voters at a Philadelphia polling place. Now, our own Rick Leventhal went to investigate. They weren't happy about it.
People come to vote, and they come to vote in a peaceful atmosphere. They don't come to have somebody taking cameras and microphones and putting it in their face.
Well, do people come to vote with expecting to see someone with a nightstick out front? Was that?
Nobody here has a nightstick, and so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there was a person with a nightstick. We have video of it.
I don't care about what was. I'm talking about what is.
Now, indeed, there had been another man there, also wearing a Black Panther uniform and, in fact, carrying a nightstick. He was escorted away by police after people complained that he was intimidating potential voters. Now, the two men were charged with voter intimidation, but guess what? The charges were later dismissed, and they were never prosecuted. Now, J. Christian Adams served for 5 years as an attorney in the voting section of the Department of Justice. He resigned over the handling of this case. He's also written a book, Injustice, exposing the racial agenda of the Obama Justice Department. J. Christian Adams, welcome back, sir.
Hi, Sean.
So I'll never forget it. You had people in uniform, military garb, with batons outside a voting place. Is that allowed?
Of course not, and it shouldn't be allowed no matter who's doing it. But under this administration, when we brought the case in January of 2009, just before the inauguration, it was dismissed, and America got an early taste of the lawlessness and dishonesty that they've come to expect from the Obama administration when they dismissed that case.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the video now, and there they are in military garb with batons in front of the voting place. What was the reason given by Eric Holder not to go after this?
Well, there's a couple reasons. They said that the facts and the law didn't support it, but let me tell you the truth. We heard inside the Justice Department people saying at the time, this is just a Fox News concocted story, nothing to see here. It's a difference in philosophy. Some people, including the Attorney General, want to give a pass to certain people because of who they are rather than what they do. And that sort of lawlessness has become the name of the game in this Justice Department.
But in this case, isn't the new Black Panther Party one of the most radical and militant groups out there? Why would they defend them?
Radical, anti-Semitic,
right.
Full of hatred. The reason they would defend them is the reason that I quit my job at DOJ and testified under oath, and that is that there is a hostility within this Justice Department, particularly in the Civil Rights Division run by Tom Perez, for enforcing the law equally, meaning if the defendants are black, then we give them a pass. And that has happened over and over and over again. And as a matter of fact, an Inspector General report just came out that validated everything I testified about years ago.
What would have happened if the group was a group of white men dressed similarly, with batons, intimidating voters? Would something have happened?
Yeah, absolutely, and it should have, because in America, when you go to vote, you do not expect to confront armed men hurling racial slurs against people based on their race. It's just absolutely outrageous conduct by the Attorney General.
And didn't the Attorney General also refer to us as a country as racial cowards?
Yeah, a nation of cowards, because we won't talk about race. But as soon as you start talking about race and why he dismissed the new Black Panther case, suddenly we aren't a nation of cowards anymore. It's time to shut up.
All right. J. Christian Adams, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it. This is our Attorney General. Coming up next, we'll examine some of Eric Holder's controversial comments on race, including statements that he's made like this one.
Though this nation has proudly thought of itself as a ethnic melting pot, in things racial, we have always been, and we, I believe, continue to be, in too many ways, essentially a nation of cowards.